The diner was almost empty when Ethan, a tired single dad, pushed aside his half-finished plate. He'd been working 2 shifts, running late for daycare pickup, and barely had enough money left for this small meal. His 7-year-old daughter, Lily, whispered, "Daddy, you're not eating again." He gave the same tired smile he always gave. "I'm okay, sweetheart, you eat." As they stood up to leave, someone tugged Ethan's shirt. A girl, maybe 16. Shivering, face pale, hair messy, clothes worn thin, eyes filled with shame. She pointed at Ethan's unfinished food and whispered, barely audible, "Sir, see, can I have the leftovers? I haven't eaten in 2 days." For a moment, Ethan froze. The diner went silent. Everyone looked away, pretending not to hear. But Lily stepped forward and touched the girl's hand. "Daddy, she's hungry." Ethan kneeled down in front of the girl, speaking softly. "What's your name?" "Mia," she whispered, trembling. Ethan slowly pushed the plate toward her, but then he stopped. He looked at the waitress. "Can you pack 2 full meals?" The waitress blinked. "Sir, that will be." Ethan pulled out the last bills he had. Money meant for bus fare. Money meant for groceries. He put all of it on the counter. The waitress packed the food quietly, wiping her eyes. Mia stared at him, confused. Why would you do that for me?" Ethan smiled, tired but warm. "Because someone helped me once when I was where you are now." He handed her the warm bags of food. But he didn't stop there. He took off his jacket, the only warm jacket he owned, and wrapped it around her shoulders. Mia gasped. "And no, sir, I can't let you." "You're not taking it," Ethan said gently. "You're borrowing hope. Pass it to someone else when you can." Tears streamed down the girl's face as she whispered, "No one ever been this kind to me." Ethan and Lily walked out into the cold evening, without a jacket, without enough money for the bus, but with hearts lighter than they'd been in years. 3 days later, the diner manager called Ethan. A stranger had come looking for him. Someone who said, "Tell the man with the little girl Mia is safe now." Ethan frowned, confused. But then the manager handed him something. A letter. Inside was a note written in shaky handwriting. "Sir, you saved me when I thought the world had forgotten me. I went to a shelter. They helped me find my family. I'm safe because of you. You gave me food. But more than that, you gave me back my life. Thank you. Mia." Ethan folded the letter, eyes wet. Lily hugged him tight. "Daddy, you're a hero." He shook his head softly. "No, sweetheart, I'm just someone who remembered what kindness felt like." And from that day on, whenever life got hard, Ethan would read Mia's letter and remind himself, one small act of kindness can save a life, even when you least expect it. Here is the full extended continuation, turning the story into a complete, emotional 15-20-minute narration, with deeper scenes, twists, and a powerful ending. Continuation of the story. That night after the diner incident, Ethan walked home in the cold, holding Lily's hand tightly. He tried not to shiver from the wind cutting through his thin shirt, but Lily noticed anyway. "Daddy, you gave her your jacket." He smiled gently. "She needed it more than me." Lily didn't argue. She just tucked her small coat around his arm and whispered, "Maybe God will give you a warmer one." Ethan's chest tightened. He didn't know how to explain that they barely had enough money for rent next week. But he didn't want to worry his daughter. Chapter 2: The Letter That Changed Everything. 3 days later, he received Mia's letter in the diner. But what the manager said next shocked him. There was a man with her, well-dressed, looked important. Ethan frowned. Who was he? The manager shrugged. No idea, but he left this too. It was an envelope. Ethan hesitated before opening it. Inside was a small card. Mr. Carter, your kindness has not gone unnoticed. Expect a call tomorrow. J. Whitford. Ethan blinked. He didn't know any Whitford. He thought it must be a mistake. He stuffed the card in his pocket and walked home. But destiny was already working. Chapter 3. A call he never expected. The next morning, Ethan's old phone buzzed. Unknown number. He answered nervously. Mr. Carter. Yes. This is James Whitford, CEO of Whitford & Co. Ethan nearly dropped the phone. Whitford & Co. One of the biggest companies in the state. I heard about what you did for the young girl, Mia. Ethan swallowed. I just did what anyone would. No, Whitford interrupted. Not anyone. Most people looked away. You didn't. Your kindness reached the right ears. Ethan didn't know what to say. Whitford continued. Come to my office today. Bring your daughter. I'd like to meet you. Chapter 4. The Truth About MIA. Inside the tall glass building, Ethan felt completely out of place. His shirt was faded, his shoes worn out, and Lily clutched his hand tightly. Whitford finally walked in tall, stern, and powerful, but with warm, thoughtful eyes. He shook Ethan's hand firmly. I owe you more than you know. Ethan blinked. Sir, I don't understand. Whitford took a deep breath. Mia, she's my daughter. Ethan froze. Your daughter. Whitford nodded slowly. She ran away months ago. Depression, bad company. I tried everything, but I couldn't find her. The night you fed her, she came home. Lily gasped softly. Ethan felt his throat tighten. Whitford continued. She told me about the man who gave away his only jacket and his only money, and told her she still had worth. The room fell silent. Then Whitford leaned forward. Chapter 5. A Life Changing Offer. Mr. Carter, I want to help you. Ethan shook his head. Sir, I didn't do it for a reward. Whitford smiled. I know, that's why you deserve one. He placed a file on the table. A job offer. Full-time. Double his current pay. Medical. Housing assistance. Ethan stared in disbelief. His voice cracked. I don't know what to say. Whitford said quietly. Say yes, let me help the man who saved my daughter's life. Chapter 6. MIARETORNS. A week later, Ethan and Lily were invited to Whitford's home. Mia herself opened the door. Clean. Healthy. Smiling for the first time. She hugged Ethan tightly. You saved me, she whispered. Ethan shook his head. You saved yourself. I just reminded you that you matter. Mia turned to Lily and handed her something. A brand new pink winter jacket. Your daddy gave me warmth, she said with tears. I want to give some back. Lily hugged her shyly. Chapter 7. The Final Twist. Weeks turned into months. Ethan thrived in his new job. Lily joined a good school. They moved into a warm, safe apartment. Life was finally gentle again. One evening, Mia and Whitford visited Ethan's home for dinner. After the meal, Whitford stood up and cleared his throat. Ethan, I have one more thing to tell you. Ethan looked confused. Whitford smiled softly. I want to sponsor Lily's education. All the way to college. Ethan's eyes filled instantly. He couldn't speak. He couldn't even breathe. Lily hugged Ethan's waist as he whispered. Why would you do all this for us? Whitford placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. Because one night when my daughter needed an angel, you became one. Final message. Sometimes the world tries to convince us that kindness doesn't matter, that people don't notice, that small acts mean nothing. But they do. One plate of food saved a girl. One jacket warmed a heart. One act of kindness changed 3 lives forever. Kindness always returns, often in ways we never imagine.